PPT as well for the first and second lecture. So that may help. And even if you have any difficulty in understanding, then you may ask those doubts. I will be taking an extra class on Saturday for those students who have joined late and other
From this
students,
Saturday.
not this Saturday, and other students as well who are facing any difficulty in understanding a particular topic, they can also join.
Ma'am, so you will provide the PPT for that class, which the recording you have not sent.
I will share the PPT of first lecture. That is the only PPT which I have used. Otherwise, we are discussing like a chalkboard kind of uh, process.
Okay, ma'am.
So this we can have multiple number of statements here. We can have another if statement as well here. And they again can have if and else statements. Is it clear? So let's start today's class. So
Ma'am,
yeah,
ma'am, I have a doubt in assignment, today's assignment.
that can be asked during lab, or you can write me a mail after this class. But I will
Okay,
reply to you on Saturday.
okay, okay.
So in the previous class, we have discussed basics of C. We have started with basics of C. We have discussed variables, constants, data types, and what are the different type of constants. We have integer constant, floating point, character. So these were the things which we have discussed. Now let's talk about operators and expressions in C. So there are few things which we have already discussed and they are similar to Python. So I will skip them. And if you need some kind of explanation, just tell me. Okay. So similar, this is any expression is a combination of operator and operands. These operands can be variables, these can be constant values. Okay. So a smallest expression can be a literal. Okay. Now we have in Python we had binary operator and unary operator. Here in case of C we have ternary operator as well. Ternary operator means there are three operands. And we have proper unary operators as well which acts on a single operand. Let's start with binary operators, and the first one is the arithmetic operator. So in C, we have five arithmetic operators. We have addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and modulus operator. We don't have any separate floor division here. We don't have exponentiation operator in case of C. So these are the five operators which we have. Now these, any question? So these operators act. So the operator these operators act only on numeric values. So operand should be numeric. Now these numeric values means they can be integer, they can be real, and they can be of char type. Okay, character we also consider numeric. We will discuss about these things in coming classes. Now, in case of C, this is division operator. Okay. And if both the operands are integer, it is called as integer division. What do we mean by that? In this, we don't take any floor value or nothing like that. In this case, if suppose I have this expression, in this case 5 is also an integer and 2 is also an integer. So output will be an integer. The fractional part here will be truncated and we will only get the integral part. Okay. In case of division, the second operand, this is my operand 2, this is my operand 1. So this operand should not be 0. Okay, it is not allowed. So this thing you should keep in mind, because by chance you want this, the actual output is 2.5, but maybe you are getting only 2. So you need, suppose most of the students, what error they make while calculating the value of pi, what they write, 22/7. So instead of getting 3.141 something like that, what we will do, what we will get here, we will only get 3, because it's both the operands are integers, so output will also be an integer. So we will not get the correct value of pi. So if you want to get correct value of pi, you should use any of the operand as real number. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, in case of modulus operator, it works little bit different. In case of in case of C, both the operands should be integers.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, 22 divided by 7.0 लिखेंगे तब भी 3 ही आंसर देगा?
नहीं, तब नहीं आएगा, ये मैंने तब वो प्रॉपर 3.141 जो भी है वो आएगा.
Okay.
So in case of modulus operator, both the operands should be integers. If you are taking, if by mistake you have taken any of the operand as real number, it will give you syntax error. Okay. Second, operand 2 should be non-negative, non-zero. Operand 2 should be non-zero. Now some points to remember. So this is if I write it like this, this is my dividend. Divisor, quotient, remainder. If dividend, or I am writing it as operand 1, if operand 1 is greater than operand 2. Okay, so it will give remainder as output. So 10 mod 3 is 1. If operand 1 is smaller than operand 2, then output is operand 1. So 3 mod 10 is 3. Now, in case of modulus, the sign of the result is same as the sign of first operand. Okay, so if I write it like this, I will get output -1. It does not follow basic rules of algebra. If I write 10 mod -3, according to basic rules of algebra, it should be +1. But here it will have, the output will have same sign as that of operand 1 or dividend. So here output will be -1. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now here also precedence and associativity follows the same same rules as that of Python. So integer and division have higher precedence as compared to addition and subtraction. Okay, integer, division and addition. Are this noise coming from my end? Gaurav, Aryan, Sparsh, Sriraj, Kartike, please turn off your microphones.
Ma'am, my mic is off only.
Okay. So, now, can anyone tell me, can anyone explain for the sake of completion, what do we understand by precision and associativity?
Ma'am, can I?
Yes.
Ma'am, precedence means, ma'am, if we have a function and a set of operators are there in that function, then which operator has to be evaluated first, and that is known as precedence of that operator. And if two or more operators have the same precedent, then associativity comes into picture, and there was right to left, I think. Associativity.
Okay. Yeah. Associativity in case of arithmetic operator is left to right. So we have two things, precedence and associativity. I'm just reading it. I'm just verbally reading it out because I think that we have discussed these things in great detail in Python. So precedence, when we have multiple operators in any expression. Suppose we have this expression. Now, when we have multiple operators, we first always check for the precedence. In case of arithmetic operators, precedence of these three is higher as compared to addition and subtraction. So this will be evaluated first. After this, we have two operators. These two operators have same level of precedence. So if any two operators in expression which have same precedence, we check for the associativity. And associativity of arithmetic operators is from left to right. So first we will apply subtraction operation, and then we will apply addition operation. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Now let's talk about relational operators.
मैम एक डाउट था।
हाँ बोलो।
मैम जैसे ऊपर में वो जो आपने लिखा था कि ऑपरेंड 2 अगर ऑपरेंड 1 से बड़ा हो तो आउटपुट जो होगा वो ऑपरेंड 1 हो जाएगा, तो मैम क्या वो बस मैग्नीट्यूड के बारे में
होगा ना? ऑपरेंड 2 से तो आउटपुट ऑपरेंड 1 होगा।
मैम तो बस ये मैग्नीट्यूड के लिए कि साइन के साथ लेना होगा इसे।
साइन के साथ तो आएगा ही, ये तो है कि आउटपुट की वैल्यू क्या आएगी, और साइन कौन सा होगा? साइन विल बी सेम एज योर ऑपरेंड 1 ऑलवेज. If I write like 3 mod 10, so my output will be -3. If I write 3 mod -10, again my output will be 3 in this case. Is this clear? These are for sign and these are for output. Creating noise. Please turn off your microphones. Aryan, I think your microphone is also on.
ये श्रेष्ठ के माइक से आ रहा।
श्रेष्ठ अपना माइक्रोफोन बंद करो। So relational operators, we have 4 relational operators: less than, equals to, greater than, equals to. Okay. We have 2 operators which are closely associated with relational operators. They are called equality operators. Which are equal to and not equal to. Now the precedence, all these 4 operators have same precedence, but arithmetic operators have higher precedence and relational operators have lower precedence. And then comes the equality operators. So this is the order of precedence. Now all these 6 operators are generally used to form logical expressions. Okay, they results either in true or false. Now the resulting expression is of type integer. Okay, so if the this expression evaluates to true, it will be represented by integer value 1. If this expression evaluates to false, this is represented by integer value 0. Okay. So suppose I have this expression . If I write like this, the output will be, this is true or false? This evaluates to true or false?
False. True.
So the output will be 1. If I write it like this, true, output will be 1, true. Output will be false, that is 0. Okay, so in Python we were getting true and false as our output. Here we get 1 or 0 for output, 1 for true, 0 for false. Clear? Associativity of these operators is from left to right. और हमारा रूल क्या था? In general, any non-zero value is considered true or false?
True.
Now logical operators. What were the logical operators in case of Python?
And, not, and or.
And or not. Here we represent logical and like this. Logical or like two pipe signs. And not using exclamatory sign. अच्छा, इसके साथ में do you remember short circuiting in case of logical operators? What was short circuiting in case of logical operators? If in case of logical AND, if first operand evaluates to false, the second operand will not be evaluated. And in case of logical OR, if the first operand evaluates to true, second operand will not be evaluated. Is this clear? याद है? याद है सबको? Short
Yes,
circuit.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
चलो अब इसका आउटपुट बताओ. इसका आउटपुट don't type it. I will ask one by one. So these are the statements which I have. Okay, I can't. I'll take it later on. I'll take these examples later. First, let's talk about one of the very important operator, increment and decrement operator. These are unary operators. They need only single operand to act on. Now the increment operator, it causes operand to be increased by 1. So value of operand is increased by 1. So I have a plus plus count. Both are increment operators. And here value of operand is decreased by 1. So a minus minus or minus minus count. Now, if we write this increment operator after the operand, it is called as post increment. And if we write increment operator before operand, it is called as pre-increment. Similarly, it is called as post-decrement. It is called as pre-decrement. Now let's talk about what do we understand by pre and post. So pre-increment में क्या होता है? First increment x and then evaluates x. इसमें ये प्री इंक्रीमेंट है. post increment evaluates x, then increment x. अगर हम इसको आसान शब्दों में समझें तो इसको आसान शब्दों में ये बोलेंगे कि फर्स्ट this will be used in the expression and then its value will be increased. For example, if I have this expression a is equals to 10, b equals to 20, and I write x equals to 50 plus a, and I have another statement x equals to 50 plus a plus plus. प्री इंक्रीमेंट में क्या होता है, x की वैल्यू विल बी इंक्रीज्ड बाय 1. फर्स्ट इट विल बी इंक्रीज्ड बाय 1. सो अभी a की वैल्यू क्या है 10, it will be increased by 1, so it will become 11, and then it will be evaluated, means it will be used in the expression. So it will be 50 plus 11. So x की वैल्यू यहाँ पे क्या हो गई 61. Here in this case, it first evaluates the value of a and then it will increase its value by 1. Evaluates a का मतलब क्या है, its value will be used as it is in the expression. तो यहाँ पे a की वैल्यू क्या है 10, 10 will be used in the expression, so 50 plus 10 x equals to कितना आ गया 60. After this its value will be increased. इसको एक बार और समझ लेते हैं. Let's take it, understand it one more time. A equals to 10, b equals to 20. So I have a cell reserved here, a, b, and I have x. So a is 10, b is 20. Now x equals to 50 plus a. In this scenario, the value of a will be increased first. So it will be now 11. So 50 plus 11 is 61. So x will get 61. In second scenario, x equals to 50 plus a plus plus. So earlier initial value of a was 10, b 20, and x this. So in this case, first the value of a will be used in the expression and then it will be incremented. So 50 plus 10 is 60, and then we will increment the value of a by 1, that is 11. So at the end, if we print the value of x, it will be 60 and value of a will be 11. Is this thing clear to everyone?
Ma'am, can you explain again? I got disconnected. That post increment.
Post increment में क्या होता है? Value of a will be used as it is first, and then it will be incremented. तो अगर मेरे पास ये expression है, so here a plus plus, it is the post increment operator. So first the value of a will be used in the expression, that is 10. So 10 will be used in the expression. 50 plus 10 is 60. So x will be assigned to 60. Now once we have used this value in the expression, its value will be incremented. So I have increased the value of a by 1, that is 11. So at the end of this expression, if I print the value of x, it will be x equals to 60 and a equals to 11. Opposite happens in case of pre-increment operator. In this case, first the value of a will be incremented. So I have increased the value by 1 first, that is 11. Now this value will be used in the expression. So 50 plus 11, that is 61. So a is 11 and x is 61. Is this clear? Okay. If it is clear, I want all of you to do this, to tell me this answer, but please don't type in the chat box. हमारा वही है, a is 10, b is 20. You have to tell me the output of a, b and x. So Yash Jain, what is the output?
-10.
नहीं, मेरे को तो तीनों की वैल्यू बतानी है ना, x, b और a, b and x की.
A की वैल्यू 11.
A is 11
एंड x की वैल्यू -10.
और b की
-19. No, 19.
Okay. Yash Pachauri.
Yes, ma'am.
So Yash,
Hello?
have you missed some classes earlier?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So what is the output according to you?
X is 29, A is 11, and B is 19.
X is 19.
29,
B is
19, and A is 11.
okay. And Yash Hisaria. Yash Vardhan Saraswat.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the output?
A is 11, B is 19, and X is 29.
Yashasvi.
Yes, ma'am.
What's the output?
Same. A is equal to 11, B is equal to 19, and X is equal to 29.
Okay. Vinita? Vinita, can you hear me? If you are not able to speak, so you can type the answer in the chat box.
Am I audible now?
Yes, yes, you are audible now.
Okay. Ma'am, X, A is 11 after adding, and B is 19, and X is, at first it is 29, but then when A is 11, it will be 30.
So 30 लिख दो.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now I have two options, 1, 2, 3. First, tell me if you are getting any other output. Is there anyone who is getting another output? Just type in the chat box. Don't type yes or no. Huh. Akshat Agarwal, what is the output?
Then X 29, A 11, and B 20.
A11, B is equals to 20 and X equals to 29.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Bhavya has another. So Bhavya, is this your A is 11?
Is 11, B is 18, and X is 29. Then because B will once again.
ठीक है, हम वो discuss करते हैं अभी. Any other output apart from these options? Right? हाँ, Drishti, what's your output?
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, Drishti.
Ma'am, my output is A is 10, B is 19, and 30.
ठीक है. चलो, Drishti, you explain how you are getting this output.
Ma'am, actually, in A, we are doing post increment, and in post increment, we first evaluate X, we first evaluate A, and A will be 10, and then we increase it. And in the case of B, B is.
So you have not increased it.
Ma'am, but the actual value of A remains same because we are first
No. यहाँ पे भी तो एक ही वैल्यू चेंज हुई थी. पोस्ट इंक्रीमेंट कहाँ कर रहे हैं मैंने? ये रहा. यहाँ पे भी तो एक ही वैल्यू चेंज हुई थी. एक बार यूज करने के बाद में आई हैव इंक्रीज्ड इट by 1. You have not increased it by 1. Your value of A is same as earlier. So इस पे कोई ऑपरेटर लगा ही नहीं है इसका मतलब.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
अच्छा ठीक है. 30 कैसे आया तुम्हारा?
मैम 30 तो A और मतलब A को 11 मानते हुए और B को 19 मानते हुए 30 लिया.
ओके, ठीक है. सो ये वाला आउटपुट किसका था? डू यू वांट टू चेंज योर आउटपुट और यू वांट टू एक्सप्लेन हाउ?
मैम मेरा भी मतलब 4th ही था, मतलब बताया किसी और ने, पर मैं भी 4th की साइड हूँ.
हाँ चलो बताओ, एक्सप्लेन.
मैम ए सबसे पहले ए में इंक्रीमेंट करना, मतलब ए पहले यूज हो जाएगा एक्सप्रेशन में, फिर ए में इंक्रीमेंट होगा.
तो एक ही
अगर मैं तो एक ए की वैल्यू अगर जब प्रिंट करेंगे तब 11 आएगी, लेकिन एक्सप्रेशन में 10 यूज होगी.
ठीक है.
फिर बी में पहले डिक्रीमेंट होगा और
तो
फिर बी यूज होगा.
तुमने तो डिक्रीमेंट किया ही नहीं है.
नहीं, मैं अभी तो मैं केवल एक्सप्रेशन एक्स की बात कर रहा हूँ.
तो बी की वैल्यू तो फाइनल. अच्छा ठीक है, बताओ आगे फिर.
हाँ, तो b की वैल्यू डिक्रीज होगी बाय 1 और फिर एक्सप्रेशन में यूज जाएगी, तो माइनस माइनस b की वैल्यू की जगह 19 आ जाएगा.
तो यहाँ तो 20 लिखा हुआ है. 4th की साइड हो ना तुम तो.
हाँ, तो फिर जब एक्सप्रेशन मेरा इवैल्यूएट हो गया उसके बाद मतलब मैं वापस मतलब रीसेट हो जाऊंगा.
क्यों रीसेट?
क्योंकि
मैंने रीसेट नहीं किया है.
नहीं, पर मतलब कहने का तात्पर्य ये है कि बी की जब वैल्यू एक बार एक्सप्रेशन में जैसे ए के बाद मतलब ए में यूज होने के बाद वैल्यू चेंज हुई थी.
अच्छा तो, तुमने ये बताओ, तुमने इसको एक्सप्रेशन में यूज करके इस पे ऑपरेटर लगाया ना. अब
हाँ.
इसको ऊपर ऑपरेटर लगा दिया और फिर इसको एक्सप्रेशन में यूज कर लिया. तो
हाँ.
वापस से वो ऑपरेटर को रिवर्स करने का कहाँ किया है हमने?
अच्छा,
यहाँ
हाँ.
पे मैंने है ना. तो
हाँ,
अभी यू वांट टू चेंज योर आंसर.
Like, if I get a better explanation in the above 3, then I will surely change my answer.
Okay.
But गलती तो लग रही है, पर
What's your name?
Arjun.
Okay, so Arjun, let me explain, and I will ask if you want to change your if you are satisfied with my explanation or not.
Okay, sure.
So this is my expression. It has post increment and pre increment operator. So in case of post increment operator, what I do, I just create cells, okay, corresponding to A, B, and X. So it says a will be used in the expression first and then its value will be increased. So it will be used, the value which we will be using is 10. 10 plus minus b, decrement operator b, pre-decrement. So what it will do, it will first decrease the value by 1 and then the value of b will be used. So it will be 19. Now I have used this value, I will increase the value of a by 1. So this will be 11. Now what is this? 10 plus 19? 29. मैंने कोई भी रिवर्स नहीं किया. Whatever is the definition of operator, I have just used that definition. So Arjun, is it clear?
Somewhat.
So what is the confusion?
Like, I mean to say कि हम लोग ने जब डिस्कस किया था तो हमने पोस्ट लाइक प्री इंक्रीमेंट को लिखा है.
ये हमने पोस्ट डिक्रीमेंट यूज किया था. प्री वाला ये किया था.
प्री वाला जी.
प्री वाला ये किया था, इसमें वैल्यू चेंज कर दी थी 11. वही 11 यूज. और वो वैल्यू हमने बाद में चेंज नहीं करी. एक ही वैल्यू कितनी थी? 11 ही थी ना.
हाँ 11 ही थी.
तो उसका रिवर्स कर दिया था इफेक्ट.
नहीं किया था.
तो फिर यहाँ पे क्यों कर रहे हैं हम डिक्रीमेंट ऑपरेटर का?
हाँ यहाँ पे भी नहीं करना चाहिए.
तो फिर 29 आना चाहिए. फिर सही है मेरा जस्टिफिकेशन?
हाँ बिल्कुल सही है.
Okay.
It's absolutely fine. Okay man, thank you.
So second is the correct output. Is this clear to every student?
Yes ma'am.
Yes ma'am.
Now one more question जो तुम लोग अपने वेबसाइट से देखोगे और फिर आके मुझसे पूछोगे. There you will find these questions. Means there can be more complicated expression. कोई एक एक्सप्रेशन मिलेगा तुमको इस तरह का. ओके. एंड दे विल आस्क यू कि इसका आउटपुट क्या होगा. So whenever you are applying pre-increment operator or post-increment operator on a same variable in any expression, यहाँ पे हमने same variable पे हमने pre-increment भी लगा दिया, post-increment लगा दिया. So its output, the most appropriate answer for such kind of question is undefined behavior. And please remind me during lab, I will show you कि ये undefined वाला output आता है. कैसे आता है? I will show you. So if I forget, please remind me for this demo of undefined behavior. So in an expression, if you apply pre-increment or post-increment and decrement operator on a same variable, then its behavior, its output will be undefined. ये समझ लेना. ठीक है. अगर मैं यहाँ पे ये लिखूं a प्लस 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 b प्लस माइनस माइनस प्लस c प्लस 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 माइनस माइनस d, then it is fine. Then it is absolutely fine. But if I add another expression with minus minus a, then its behavior is undefined because I have applied increment or decrement operators on a same variable in a single expression.
मैम इसमें इंक्रीमेंट डिक्रीमेंट दोनों थोड़ी लगाया, इसमें तो हमने दोनों ही इंक्रीमेंट लगाया ना.
मतलब मैं इंक्रीमेंट डिक्रीमेंट कुछ भी लगाऊं, मतलब मैं अगर कोई भी ऑपरेटर यूनरी ऑपरेटर लगा रही हूं एक ही वेरिएबल में मल्टीपल टाइम्स इन एन एक्सप्रेशन, then its behavior will be undefined.
Okay ma'am, got it.
Is it clear? चलो अब now combining these increment decrement operator with your logical operator.
Excuse me ma'am.
Yes.
मैम अगर a की वैल्यू 10 है तो x की वैल्यू -2 भी तो हो सकती है, जो हमने इंक्रीमेंट डिक्रीमेंट मतलब दोनों पोस्ट प्री और पोस्ट साथ साथ लगाए उस वाले एक्सप्रेशन में?
इस वाले केस में
हाँ,
इसमें एक साइड इफेक्ट्स करके टर्मिनोलॉजी है. आई डोंट वांट टू गेट इनटू इट बिकॉज it may not be, means if you want you can check for the side effects. So उसके अकॉर्डिंग अगर हम इंक्रीमेंट डिक्रीमेंट ऑपरेटर लगाते हैं तो वो बिहेवियर अनडिफाइंड होगा. क्यों होगा अनडिफाइंड? बिकॉज इट मे बी पॉसिबल कि वो पहले इसको इवैल्यूएट कर ले या पहले इसको इवैल्यूएट कर ले और फिर सब्ट्रैक्ट करे. सो you will get multiple outputs.
मैम
yes
मैम लेकिन अर्थमेटिक ऑपरेटर्स में तो लेफ्ट से राइट ऑपरेट होता है ना.
मगर अर्थमेटिक ऑपरेटर में लेफ्ट से राइट ऑपरेट होता है, मगर हम एसोसिएटिविटी तब देखते हैं व्हेन वी हैव मल्टीपल ऑपरेटर्स ऑफ सेम प्रेसिडेंस. यहाँ तो सिंगल ही है ना, यहाँ पे एसोसिएटिविटी लगेगी ही नहीं. Associativity is applied when we have multiple operators of same precedence. That's all. So इस केस में I may evaluate operand 1 first or maybe operand 2 first. That is compiler dependent.
A++ कर दें तो
तब कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. तब तो हमारे पास दो अलग वेरिएबल्स हैं जिन पे हम ऑपरेटर लगा रहे हैं. Then there will be no problem. The problem only occurs when we apply increment or decrement operator on a same variable in a multiple times in an expression. ठीक है, एक ही वेरिएबल पे अगर लगा देते हैं तो दिक्कत करेगा.
मैम
यस
मैम अगर हम लोग A++ को एक नया वेरिएबल बना दे जैसे C और फिर उसको C-++,
तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. मगर ये तो तुम वेबसाइट पे जब सॉल्व करने लगोगे ना तो ये एक बहुत कॉमन क्वेश्चन होता है. पहले के टाइम पे प्लेसमेंट्स में बहुत आता था. तो द मोस्ट अप्रोप्रिएट आंसर इज अनडिफाइंड बिहेवियर. आई विल शो यू, मतलब लैब में मैं बताऊंगी कि ये कैसे आता है. ये यू विल बी एबल टू सी कि हाँ यही आउटपुट आता है इसका. Now you have to tell me the value of A, B, C and D. Don't type answer in chat box. Shubham, what was your question? Which website?
You were saying that you will solve on website. That's why I'm asking.
अरे जब भी कभी गीक फॉर गीक्स हो गया या फिर कोड शेफ हो गए, या कोड शेफ में तो नहीं आता, दे हैव रेज्ड देयर स्टैंडर्ड. तो कोई भी प्लेसमेंट की या कुछ भी, दे विल बी, इफ यू विल सर्च कि अच्छा हमको इंक्रीमेंट डिक्रीमेंट के क्वेश्चंस बताओ, तो देयर विल बी एन नंबर ऑफ वेबसाइट. सो यू मे फाइंड दिस काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चंस.
Okay, thank you.
So what will be the output? Arjun, you have to tell.
Okay, ma'am. Just a minute. Just a minute.
Okay. चलो हमारे पास टाइम नहीं है. लेट मी एक्सप्लेन, है ना. So we will solve these questions tomorrow. Such type of examples we will take tomorrow. In this case, in case of logical operator, if first expression operand evaluates to true, we don't evaluate the second operand. True means any non-zero value and false is 0. What is A? A is 1. 1 is true. So due to short circuiting, I will not go to operand 2. I will not evaluate operand 2. So the value of A will be assigned to C. So C will also get A. So इसमें C की वैल्यू क्या हो गई 1. अभी A की वैल्यू भी क्या है 1. B की वैल्यू अभी क्या है, क्योंकि हमने इसको इवैल्यूएट ही नहीं किया है, तो B की वैल्यू भी अभी क्या है 1. Okay. Now coming back to this expression, the value of A was 1. This will be used in the expression and later we will decrease its value by 1. So it is 1, that is true. So true, and we will move to second. We will evaluate the second operand as well. So इसकी वैल्यू 1 यूज हो गई एंड उसके बाद हमने इसको माइनस कर दिया 1. सो इसकी वैल्यू हो गई 0. अभी क्या था हमारा 1 and minus minus B, that is
0.
0.
So true and false is false. So false is represented by 0. So value of D is 0. A is 0. B is also 0. Is this clear?
मैम बी की वैल्यू 0 क्यों है, एक बार दोबारा एक्सप्लेन कर दो.
बी की वैल्यू अभी क्या थी, हमने इस एक्सप्रेशन को इवैल्यूएट ही नहीं किया था ड्यू टू शॉर्ट सर्किटिंग. दिस वैल्यू वाज ट्रू. In case of logical OR, if first operand evaluates to true, we don't evaluate the second operand. तो अभी A की वैल्यू भी 1 है और B की वैल्यू भी 1 है. ठीक है. जब मैंने ये वाली चीज ली, I first use 1 in the expression and decrease its value by 1. So this will be 0. A. B क्या है, प्री डिक्रीमेंट ऑपरेटर. आई विल फर्स्ट डिक्रीज द वैल्यू ऑफ B by 1. सो इसकी वैल्यू मैंने 0 कर दी. सो 1 and 0 is 0. So that 0 will be assigned to D. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Output of C is A equals to 2.
कौन सा वाला?
What will the output of C if A is equals to 2?
C की अगर A की 2 है तो 2 ही हम असाइन कर देंगे, तो C भी 2 हो जाएगा उस केस में.
ओके. और मैम लॉजिकल ऑपरेटर्स का आंसर तो ट्रू या फॉल्स होता है, तो 0 या 1 ही होना चाहिए.
सॉरी 1 आएगा उस केस में. This evaluates to true, so this will be 1.
हाँ तो मतलब
सॉरी
मैम ए और बी की जो वैल्यूज होंगी, जो फाइनल जो होंगी वही लिखी जाएंगी.
हाँ, A और B की जो फाइनल वैल्यूज आएंगी वही आएगी, क्योंकि हमने A को थोड़ा चेंज किया है. कोई असाइनमेंट ऑपरेटर से आई हैव नॉट चेंज द वैल्यू ऑफ A. सो A की वैल्यू जो है मेमोरी में वही रहेगी.
मैम A की वैल्यू C को असाइन होगी या C का आउटपुट ओनली 1 and 0 हो सकता है?
नहीं, इसकी वैल्यू भी हो सकती है. आई विल टेक दीज एग्जांपल्स टुमारो.
मैम यदि लास्ट में जो D इज इक्वल टू लिखा हुआ है, इसमें A माइनस माइनस एंड यदि B लिखा होता तो फिर लास्ट में B की वैल्यू प्रिंट होती.
ये वाला?
यस मैम. इधर यदि B लिखा होता तो
इधर ये नहीं होता और सिर्फ B लिखा होता है, ऐसा?
यस मैम.
तो B का वैल्यू क्या है 1. लॉजिकल ऑपरेटर का रिजल्ट क्या आता है, 0 या 1 के फॉर्म में ही आता है ना, तो आउटपुट विल बी 1 इन दिस केस. D की वैल्यू विल बी 1 मतलब.
ओके.
मैम अगर A की वैल्यू 5 होती
और 2 की वैल्यू, B की वैल्यू 2 होती तो, या -2 होती तो. -2 का मतलब भी क्या होता है, ट्रू हुआ ना. एनी नॉन जीरो वैल्यू इज इवैल्यूएटेड टू ट्रू, so this will be true. -2, तो this is 1 and -2 भी क्या हो गया, ट्रू. so 1 and 1 is D का क्या 1.
मैम अगर ए की वैल्यू 5 होती तो फिर तो भी सी की वैल्यू 1 ही आती ना।
हाँ,
मैम नॉन नेगेटिव नंबर ट्रू होता है।
एनी नॉन जीरो वैल्यू इज ट्रू। सो अगर मैं 5 लूं या मैं +5 लूं, बोथ आर ट्रू। ठीक है, ओनली 0 इज कंसीडर्ड एज फॉल्स।
मैम आई वांटेड टू आस्क कि जो सैटरडे वाली एक्स्ट्रा क्लास है वो सिर्फ न्यू कमर्स के लिए है या उसमें कुछ नया पढ़ाया जाएगा?
उसमें कुछ भी नया नहीं पढ़ाया जाएगा, उसमें सिर्फ न्यू कमर्स के लिए है। एंड इफ यू हैव मिस्ड सम क्लास, you have not understood any particular point, you may also join.
Okay ma'am, thank you.
Only 5 or 6 students have filled their responses that they need an extra class, so it will be for those students only.
Okay ma'am.
Ma'am, link will be shared or not?
Link will be shared with everyone.
Okay ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
बोलो।
Actually, in today's lab, my program